There's a man. There's a man in the shadows.
Oh,
It's the Shadow Man.
The call is coming from in the house. It's become entertainment. I want to see how they can say, okay, we got all these people doing all these millions of dollars of fraud, and we know who did it. We know politicians. We know who the politicians are getting kicked back to. Nobody arrested. None of them.
None of them.
you know what? This sounds like the perfect thing for season 3, episode 4 of the Mystic Podcast. Because we haven't officially started.
It's like a bullet in your head. Whoa, it's like a viper in your bed.
Yeah.
Come on, Jace.
You said you started recording 11 minutes ago.
I know.
We always do.
You're late.
Oh, well.
I'm telling you, this is a perfect way to end this part of the series. This will be the last of the 13 family discussion and any conspiracy. Everything's connected, so it doesn't matter.
Well, speaking of the 13 families, did you see that part of that, when the Congress just called Hillary and Bill in front of Congress about Epstein?
Didn't they do that a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah. Well, part of it was when Bill said that he was better friends with Maxwell than Epstein because she was good friends with the Rothschilds, and he was in regular contact with the Rothschilds all the time, so he saw a lot more of her than him.
Oh, that makes sense, because I bet her dad was wound up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Dad was like part of the Mossad. Yeah. Is that what the?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at her. She could be part of the bloodline, as far as we know.
Yeah.
And maybe what we see as, oh yeah, you've got all these horrible creeps, and who'd you arrest? The woman. Maybe that was on purpose to protect her.
Yeah. And she could be the ringleader.
Well, they had that one. It looked like that one interview where she was in a prison outfit, and it looked like it wasn't even her.
Yeah, I've seen that. Thing is, I can't trust any of it because you don't know who messed with it with AI.
I know, but it really didn't look like her. And then there's that other one that they did say was AI, where they talked to her on the street, and it did look like her, but that could have been AI.
I know, I saw that too.
Yeah.
Now the guy that supposedly looks like Epstein. And today I saw where somebody got a picture. They both have the same tattoo.
You can't trust any of it anymore. You can't trust any of it.
Yeah, none of it. And that's the whole point.
Even if they say that like old video, you can't trust that either because AI can make it look like old video.
Mm-hmm. And that, what is it they make? What is it? George Orwell said something about they make it so you can't trust what you see.
Yeah.
Or is that from 1984?
Mm-hmm.
Don't believe your lying eyes.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's just, I don't know.
It really gets me how people twisted that book from a warning into an instruction manual.
No joke. That's no joke.
Yeah, or a play-by-play, as we're seeing it now. I don't know.
The thing is, this is one of the things we really hadn't touched on with Epstein, or not even really Epstein. Alex Jones, is that his name, JC? The guy who found out about the Moloch, the
Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove.
Like
yeah.
They've been saying
yeah.
They've been saying that for a long time, but he snuck in and got video of it a long time ago, like early 2000s or something.
And you got this situation where, kids are being eaten, and then the Epstein files, and they talk about.
Well, he's been saying that too. He's been screaming that for a long time too, and everybody's like, "That guy's nuts."
Yes.
And the thing is, it's like Ellen DeGeneres. They are saying that she is like the most prolific cannibal.
I've heard that, but that just sounds so. But how can I? Oh, that's what's wrong. I'm signed in. Never mind. Sorry. I'm signed in under one of my grandkids. Why I can't find anything.
So you
never mind. Carry on. Sorry. Go ahead. Never mind.
Are you getting a parental block now?
No. Yeah.
You can't look at that.
That
No,
sounds
no.
so outrageous. It's so unbelievable.
Well, that's what they depend
But then
on.
you stop and think, now, is it really?
Well, I mean, if you're
don't
doing
know.
the most outrageous, unbelievable thing, all you got to do is say, "Oh, you guys are talking crazy," and everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah."
Right.
Like that frazzle drip video that was supposed to be out there.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
Wait,
Oh.
Frazzle Drip? What's that?
Oh God, Tom, you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Okay, I won't go looking for it.
Don't.
I didn't look for it.
I didn't look for the video, but I read about it, and just reading about it makes you feel sick.
There's some sick things, and they're real, and they're like.
And they started asking her about that in that Congress thing with Hillary. They started asking her about that, and she got pissed off. At first, she tried to play it off, and then
was
she got,
was it public?
really
Was it
pissed.
live streamed or something?
It was recorded, but it wasn't live streamed.
We're okay. You have to tell me where to watch that at.
I'll have to find it again.
Okay. Well, I'll
But
just
yeah. She tried to play it off at first, doing her little turn her head and smirk and stuff, and then she ended up getting pissed off.
I know that I saw a snippet of her saying something about them being ridiculous and asking about pizza every 5 minutes or something.
Yeah,
stupid.
she tried to play it off like,
Pizzagate.
well, Pizzagate. I mean, just because a guy went in with a rifle and didn't find a basement doesn't mean that the details aren't true. They tried to say that debunked the whole thing because the guy went in with a rifle and shot the ceiling. Oh, the whole thing's fake. And they didn't ever disprove any of it. They just said that guy didn't find anything, so none of it was worth looking into. But if you read all that stuff, it's the same stuff. It's the same stuff they accused of Epstein.
Well, let me tell you though. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, now there was also, because with Pizzagate for what it is, if those who are not, that was the one about the kids getting kidnapped and trafficked.
Pizzagate. Paying like $10,000 for a pizza that would expire and you had to consume it all.
And one thing you told me one time, and I think you found it on the internet, that the most child abductions happened in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, Washington, D.C.
And the thing is, underneath Washington, D.C. is a freaking
tunnel system that goes everywhere.
Tunnel system. And so it's just like, what the heck, D.C.? And that's where the government is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if there's anything, that's supposed to be like the most probably safest place on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably not.
No, nowhere's safe. They just tell you it is.
I just don't. I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm going to play devil advocate, okay? Because I cannot help but think. Because I'm always going to look for an explanation, okay? But I cannot help but think, having heard these things for so many years, like I have, with watching no repercussions to come to nobody ever, and now we're even watching it real time. Okay, is there no repercussions because there really is nothing there?
I don't know.
No,
there's something there.
Are you saying there's nothing? There's nothing to Epstein's Island.
There's that it's, and again, this is not how I think. I'm playing devil advocate. Maybe it's exaggerated.
I know.
I think what it is
because the fact of the matter is, if someone broke the law, they would be arrested and tried, and no one has been arrested and tried. Therefore, there must not be real evidence to convict them.
Well, that's what you would think, but then
they
also have the levers of all that stuff too. Those are the people that control all the levers.
Yeah.
Right. The people who are in charge are not going to convict themselves of a crime.
That's like asking Congress to pass term limits.
Right. It's not going to happen.
So, having now said that out loud, for people who think that way, people think that way. A lot of people think that way.
Well, because that's the way it's supposed to work, and that's the way we're told our whole lives that it works. Is law is equal for everyone, but we see over and over people with any power can get out of at least the small stuff.
And I feel like it's obvious. It's obvious what's happening. It's all there.
Well, Diddy, they caught him doing all that stuff.
When was the last time you heard anything about Diddy?
Apparently he's still in, but he's due to get out soon because they only convicted him on the small stuff. They dropped all of the big stuff. All of the big stuff was gone. And yeah. So now he just had to serve a little bit of time to make people happy. Then they're going to let him out, and he'll go probably right back into making millions of dollars in music, and everybody will love him again.
I never liked him.
I didn't either.
I could not tell you one thing he ever did.
Did you see Get to the Greek? Turns out he played himself. He played himself in that movie.
Huh.
He was pretty funny.
Yeah, he is Jeffrey.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Get him to the Greek. They had the thing with the fuzzy wall, or because they had the
movie.
They had the shag carpet there. So like when you're really distressed, you have to go to the shaggy wall there and kind of rub it, stroke it that way to keep it.
Yeah, when you've done too many drugs, they put you by the wall and you pet the wall and
you pet the wall, and then it's like it calms you down, helps you handle your high.
He probably really had that.
Well, he was Jeffrey, and the main character was like, I've got this weed, let's smoke this weed. And they're like, what? Okay, and they're like, oh, is it Jeffrey? And they're like, yeah, it's Jeffrey. And they're like, why do you call it Jeffrey? And he's like, well, Jeffrey's a nice bloke. He lives down the street. He wouldn't hurt anybody. and it's like, I can't remember exactly how the conversation went, but they're like playing it down and laughing about it. And then Diddy smoked like a bunch of Jeffrey and lost his mind and freaked out on the whole town.
Wow. Okay.
Because Jeffrey Jeffrey apparently will do bad stuff.
But seriously though, it's just I am really perplexed at okay, so not to get political, but I suppose we're probably going to be we should expect to see people doing really drastic things.
No,
well, people
that's what you'd think, but I think they already would have, because nobody's arrested, and you could not go into Walmart and walk out with a candy bar without probably getting accosted and getting into a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
or somebody are them just accusing you. It would ruin your day.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Nobody's days even been ruined with any of this stuff.
Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland's about had it with the immigration.
Yeah. And the thing is, that's the same thing. Ellen DeGeneres moved to some little area out in England, where like out in the country, away from everybody.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks went to Greece, and then he came back.
Yeah, they're all coming back now. Ellen came back too, I think.
Why? Yeah, Ellen came back. And because they probably know that it's safe to come back.
Yeah,
nothing's going to happen.
When the news broke, they all left when the news broke, and now they're all drifting back in.
Right.
Huh.
And they use Trump as the reason why they left.
But it's still Trump, and they're coming back.
But they're coming back.
Right. Maybe their visas are over. Maybe they have to come back.
And there's a thing. It's like I read a thing where Tom Hanks wanted to go back to Greece, and they won't let him for whatever reason.
Well, and that's the thing.
And
the other countries are like investigating.
Yeah.
Arresting.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like Prince Andrew, they actually treated him to have done something to him in that country.
Communicated or whatever.
But there's no more proof on him than there is on anybody else in all those files.
I think there's more proof. I think he was small potatoes. I do. I think Prince Andrew was small potatoes.
Probably.
Well, he's always been a problem for them, I think.
There's always one.
Yeah.
But I think he was small potatoes. He was easy. He was an easy.
And that's all you can expect is them to go, oh, here's this guy you barely ever heard of. We'll get him.
Because he's royalty. He's part of a monarchy.
Well, he's not one of us. He's not one of them over here, but it looks like something's going on, Makes it look like something.
Yeah.
It's bananas.
Me. Like none of the stuff, none of the corruption that's been exposed in the government in the last, like 15 years. Nobody's in trouble. And if they do go to trouble, they end up getting pardoned or it's sentence commuted or they get a probation, they get to stay out of jail, they don't go to jail at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they do the same thing with I'm just gonna say it, illegals that do horrible things. They don't get tough sentences that normal
Let me
people
tell you something. I worked in a sheriff's office. Okay. The years would be maybe 06, 05, 06 to, I don't know, maybe 10, 11. Okay. And we would bust parties. Okay. And at this one time, this illegal ran up to the deputy and said, "I'm illegal. Can you get me back home?" So deputy called me and said, call ICE, see what's.
They don't do nothing.
Did he break the law? No. Don't want him. No. What? Nothing I can do for you.
Well, he did. That's how he got here.
That's a civil. That's civil. That's a civil law.
Illegal entry is not. So overstaying your visa is a civil offense. Illegal entry is a federal misdemeanor.
But that is the way it was. That's the way it was. So we didn't even call.
I know. And they don't get a court date. They don't get nothing. They just let them go.
Was years ago, decades ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
If ICE don't want them, they usually get all the charges dropped and get let out with no court date.
Yeah, it's just the whole system is meant to eat itself.
Well,
nothing is ran the way it's supposed to be ran.
Yeah, it's all there. Everything we need is there, but they don't do it.
No, it's set up to eat itself. It's ran to eat it, and that's what happens. And that's where we are. This is where we are, and that's how they keep us divided.
Oh yeah, that's a big way.
That's how they keep us divided, and they keep us separate, and they try to polarize everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I just, people have to wake up.
Well, nobody wants to give up their cars and their houses and their jobs, and like everybody wants to go on vacation and pretend like nothing's going to affect them until it's too late.
Until all of a sudden you don't have any of that.
Yep.
Because what's going to happen? It's not sustainable.
Well, no, either society is just going to fall apart and the government is going to be ineffective, or the government's going to fall apart and then society will fall apart.
Right. It's all going to fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not sustainable, and you're going to have nothing. I mean, worries me sick that, and I preached on this as a prepper for decades, and now here I sit with the majority of my money being digital.
Well,
I hate that.
Yeah. As soon as something falls apart, it's just going to be a free for all. Everybody's going to loot everything.
Hate that. Yeah.
Like all your cash is in the ATM, so even it's still digital. It's all digital.
Yep. It's fake. It's fake money.
Well, it's been fake since they took away the gold standard anyway.
And now they're trying to take away, what is it? Because Steve and I were talking about it yesterday. Said, oh, no, that wasn't it. Never mind. We were talking. That was a concert ticket conversation. I'm sorry.
They're taking away our concert
we were
tickets.
talking about how, that's one of the things they've done. They take your memories away. You can't buy tickets to a show and have a ticket stub to put in your shoebox when you get home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I still got a bunch of those somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, because it's like, if you even get a ticket at all, and it's not just a barcode.
Yeah.
Right.
Or one of those things.
Yeah. You just show your phone and
not
get
a
in.
barcode.
QR
But
code.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we're all just letting it happen.
Well, what can you do?
Stop.
You can stop participating in it.
Everybody's got to stop, though. One person can stop. 2 people can stop. But really only works I mean,
when
like
everyone stops.
1,000 people have to.
You have to hit them in the wallet. That's the only way to stop it.
A group of people has to
Yeah,
stop.
it has to be enough to affect their bottom line.
You know, what is it? Italy, I read the other day, in 1940s or 50s or whatever, every woman walked out of her job that day. And this was a country. It wasn't just, I don't think it was one town. It was like the country. And it was for something that their government was doing. Yeah, every single woman.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it has to be enough to affect
We
operations.
look at the French. We look at the French. They shut their banks down. Banks didn't shut themselves down. The people shut their banks down because they were being robbed.
Yeah, and Iceland took over their government,
right?
Because they made too much debt, so they walked in and kicked everybody out.
Yeah, and just like I was telling somebody, I don't remember. It could have been you guys. You know, even people like me who can't be on the front line, you know, people donate $10 here, $5 there. So you fund it. You donate money to the cause.
But the thing is, when you donate money to a cause,
well, like Canada took all the money they donated.
Collecting the money for the cause.
Yeah, Canada showed what happens when you do that.
Them.
Canada showed what happens when you do that in the wrong country. They set the precedent of taking all that money and confiscating it when they donate it to a cause.
Right.
So do we just let it happen? We can't do anything.
Unless more than one or two people.
Oh, it's got to be like.
It's got to be huge.
Thousands. It's got to be, yeah.
And the thing is, the way the situation is, though, the way everything is, you can't just. It has to be a very coordinated effort, and it can't be made publicized. You can't talk about it in public because then they're going to stop you because they have got everything situated through the Second Amendment right. You can't have an automatic.
Well, yeah, like small groups of people are easy to target, so they stop early.
And so they
really, if they're planning violence or something, then that goes the wrong way every time.
So I mean, unless something becomes a concerted effort, through secret channels, that's the only way it's going to happen.
Well, the thing is,
people say we're going to do this, we're going to grow this people, and you go out in the public and pound this name, they're not going to get far because they're going to get killed quick.
Well, historically, I think that our people are always too patient with everything. We wait too long. We don't want to change anything until it changes things for us, and then everybody's had it. But by then, it's too late to save anything. So everything gets tore up, and then we get something new that has to start all over again. It usually starts from a way worse place.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only time anything's going to happen is when it all falls apart. I mean, somebody might try something, but it won't work.
I know something will happen, regardless.
Well, yeah, you can tell our lives are gonna change probably before we're dead. Yeah.
Oh, I think in the near future.
Yeah. And when we can't protect ourselves, we're just going to be we're going to be looted by everybody.
I don't know.
I think 2085. That's when it's going to suck the most. That will be the pinnacle.
Yeah.
2085. And then after that, that's when things will start getting better.
I think in the 30s it's going to get really bad.
Oh yeah. It's going to get bad. It's going to get worse. When you think it can't get worse, it's going to get worse.
Oh, it can get worse.
I mean,
it can always get worse. I mean, there's always room for somebody else to pee on your leg.
We won't be doing podcasts. There won't be. I fully expect to lose internet access. They're gonna, if we allow within the next 2 or 3 years, if we let them continue with what they're doing, we're going to be cut off from the entire world. We're not going to have, if we're lucky to have internet access at all, because they're going to shut us down. They don't want you knowing anything.
Well, no, that's why they revise history all the time. They're always telling, like, all the stuff that we were taught is not what's being taught anymore.
Yeah. You see what they did to Tartaria?
What?
We did a podcast on that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's how many people really know what Tartaria was or is, or
Oh, that they, yeah. Oh, yeah.
you know?
Well, I mean, it's pretty clear that we've been started over several times.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it really is.
I think what happens is they use a cataclysm to start it over. And then they, I mean, think about it. I mean, look at well, the Younger Dryas. I always go back to it because it's probably the most
Well, it's the most
it's
recent.
the one thing,
I think we're currently in one of the most advanced phases we've ever been in. But we'll wipe ourselves out again.
Yeah. It's like Göbekli Tepe. And it tells you everything, and they've already linked a lot of things to the, about proving that, the Younger Dryas was, what it was through a lot of those things that they found on the, on those totems.
Mm-hmm.
And here, it's probably going to happen again. We're probably going to have some kind of cataclysm. It might be Yellowstone erupting. It might be, the Ring of Fire lighting up. It might be that one volcano off the coast of Portland.
An asteroid.
Could be an asteroid.
Could be nukes. Could be anything.
Could be a lot of things. I mean, it just,
Bashar says that they won't allow us to nuke the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Just saying. That's what he says.
I don't know how much I believe from that guy.
He says you don't seem to understand. And Greer says the same thing. He says you don't seem to understand. They literally think of it as flipping a switch and our stuff's dead. Power goes right out of it. Nobody's shooting nothing. He says, don't think they won't do that. He said, but that's not that. Now, knowing that, he says, that doesn't mean they're here for our good. That doesn't mean they're our friends. That doesn't mean they're saving us. They're saving the planet.
Well, you also have to
They're
know,
saving their asses.
They don't need all of us. They only need some of us. So if we want to wipe ourselves out like that, I mean, radiation goes away.
No, not very. No.
Yeah,
No. Why is Chernobyl still hot?
It's not like it was. I mean, I'm not saying it goes away in a week or after it rains or anything, but it goes away.
I wonder what kind of screwed up animals kind of run around Chernobyl right now.
Was it what? Oh, yeah. There's shows on it all the time. Oh, no. I mean, like inland here. It gave me fur in the body.
I'm sure if there's aliens watching over us and they shut down the nukes, it isn't to protect us. It's to protect the asset, which is the Earth.
That's what I'm saying. They're not doing it for us.
Now, I think that if there's a cataclysm or something that we didn't cause, it's just something the Earth does. I think, I don't know. I mean, it's just, you always hear about it. It's like the elites always, if you have money, you can buy a thing or get into like a tunnel. They have them down there around Branson, those lime tunnels in the ground.
Oh, yeah. Tunnels all over. I've been here in Kansas City.
Yeah.
My son-in-law used to work in one.
The tunnels ain't no good if something covers the ground, though.
Well, it says radiation. All they know is it definitely can persist more than 30 years or longer.
Yeah, it takes a long time to go away, but it eventually will fade away.
I don't know. I just feel like everyone is underreacting.
Yeah. Everybody's just like, oh, that's great.
I just
I
feel
gotta
like
go push buttons.
I mean, I just feel like everyone is, and maybe it's a deer in the headlights reaction. Maybe it's
Well, you got a bunch of people that don't believe it.
What do I do?
You got a bunch of people that do believe it, but don't know what to do. That they could do anything about it. You got a bunch of people that would love to see something done about it, but don't know what. I mean,
Right.
that's just. I mean, and everybody's still got to get up and go through tomorrow. So
Go to work.
Yeah. Got to watch the new episode of The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
The new episode of The Boys. I
most certainly was there for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's all
And,
people
you don't see it until you're not in it, and I'm not in it, and now it's like, God.
Well, most people in the suburbs are like, man, I got to get the lawn fertilized. I got to do this.
Oh, yeah. I remember Tom Burgess. You remember him when we worked at at Emory Worldwide?
I don't know.
He was a director. He was like the main guy there on the property. I remember when you go up so far, when you're on your anniversary, they used to he would take you to to a restaurant, a nice restaurant. Like we went to Old Chicago's, we'd go to Red Lobster, Applebee's. They take us somewhere saying, hey, thank you for being with us for a year, for another year anniversary. And it's funny because I remember conversations with him is he's talking about he had a neighbor that I guess there's a homeowners association, and the neighbor wasn't taking care of his yard like everybody else was.
God forbid. Somebody take his money.
It's the homeowners association. There was a couple of houses when I was living up there, before we got the house that we had when we lived in Overland Park. There was a couple that were on HOAs. I was like, no
way.
No.
I'd live under a bridge before I'd do that.
Yeah. There's no way I'm living underneath a HOA. That's not going to happen because I'm too rebellious. Don't tell me what I can and cannot do. I'm having a hard time in town.
Yeah. Well, luckily we live in what's considered a village, and there's like pretty much.
Well, they're county seats.
So are we.
Yeah.
We have a population of 280.
My town's bigger than your town. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
My town has a swimming pool.
My town's big in your town. Well, we have a pond or two. Yeah, it's I don't know.
I guess it's not a swimming pool, it's an aquatic center.
Aquatic center. Dang, that's bougie.
That's real fancy talk, Tom.
It's fancy. It's fancy down here in mid-Missouri.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And to think that this particular lore, this particular conspiracy theory about the 13 families, it just kind of feels like it's the seed to all of it.
Well, yeah, and it has been. Keep everybody afraid to go after the few. Keep the masses afraid to go after the few.
Because the few have got the masses scared.
Yeah.
It's fear. Like it's all about fear. Yeah.
It's like wolves and cows,
Mm-hmm.
The wolves have gotten all the cows in one area, and the cows aren't going to step out because they've been bred not to defend themselves.
Everyone has seen the meme of the axe, how the trees worshipped the axe because he convinced the trees that he was part of them.
Yeah, he's one of us. He's made of wood.
He had a wooden handle. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rush wrote a song called "The Trees," and
it's the same kind of a thing.
Same kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The trees were all kept equal by hatchet, axe, and saw.
Yeah. I think, though, it's important that, I don't know, my part, I'm speaking out. I yell about it. I'm not scared to say something. And even if one person, if it sparks just one thought in someone's brain to look at something, for what it is, then at least that's one more person that's awake to what's happening.
I can tell you what it is. I tell it all. It's all crap. It's all bull crap. It's all stuff none of us would do this to ourselves. these stupid laws and our systems. And
but we did do it to ourselves.
No, we elected people that we thought were going to help us out,
but they always lie
because we got tricked into electing leaders, and we never needed to.
I mean, they lie. They flat out lie.
Yeah, and like what the one guy, I forgot what it was talking. There was somebody trying to get elected, and he lied about his tax returns or something. Lied about something. He just outright lied about it. And then after he lost his election, they found out that that was lies, and they talked to the congressman that was saying that all the time on the news and everything. They're like, why did you lie about that? Did you know it was a lie? He's like, well, it worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, that guy should have been in trouble. That's election interference at least.
Yeah.
Nope. Nobody in trouble.
So all we can do is yell and not be afraid to yell. I mean, that's what I feel like. You know, everybody's like, oh, I don't get involved in that. How do you not get involved in that? I'm not talking politics. I'm not talking the red and blue fight. I'm not talking the race fights and all the different ways to divide us fights. I'm talking about they're eating kids.
Well, if you don't pay attention to it, if you don't at least pay attention to it, at some point it will pay attention to you.
And as weird as that is, and as scary, it's still true.
It sure seems true. I mean, it really does. I mean, I don't know, other than the things they talked about, but they kind of encode it, you know, so it's like that's their little trick. Mm-hmm. But what else could they possibly be talking about?
Well, when these people that they capture and they're, you know, they have like Diddy, you know, he's got on little things, and then the big things he got let off of.
Mm-hmm.
And
you know what?
People,
yeah, and they keep people on the outskirts, like Jaguar Wright, Cat Williams, all these people. They keep them on the outside. You know, they can get on YouTube. Nobody's got them on Fox 4.
No,
right, right.
And a lot of like Cat Williams, a lot of stuff he said. He's always talking about, oh, it'll come out, you're gonna see, and then when you do, they're like, oh, nothing to see here.
Yeah,
everybody turns to Officer Bar Brady. No, move along, kids.
I mean, they've got our freaking mass media shut down, censored, regulated.
Well, it's all owned by the people that want us to just shut up and not work.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, the more we speak up and the more we keep talking about it, people take the time to look into it themselves, because the information's out there. The information's on government websites. So I'm not like telling you to go to Unsolved Mysteries and read their articles. You can go to government websites and download files and look at files.
Gonna take a little reading. It's not gonna they're not gonna say, yeah, this happened. You've got to look at it and you got to read it.
Well, the Epstein files alone are 3 million pages.
Right. I saw enough of that. I didn't want to go no.
Doesn't take long.
Yeah, only gets worse.
It
only gets worse from what I hear.
Nothing like that ever goes, ever lightens up and gets better. It's like, well, this all ties in even more, and this is more, and that's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they did what? And
and you don't even have to have somebody tell you that stuff. Like, you can infer it. Everybody infers the same thing when they read that.
That's because they've heard it before. They just thought it was a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
So, not bullshit.
Well, like, I don't know if you ever noticed, but like way back when black and white cartoons and stuff, I forgot what one it was, but there was it got one of the old black and white cartoons got political, and you can see in the background they were splashing words like adrenochrome across the back of the back. Yeah, so it's all that stuff's been around since like black and white days. Those rumors probably before then.
What the heck?
I forgot what cartoon that was, but yeah, it was bigger than anything, just adrenochrome across the background.
Huh.
I know the old Walt Disney cartoons had a lot of
might have been a Disney cartoon.
I've heard some weird stuff about Disney.
Like the Disney cartoons, it's like it makes you wonder. It's like, because as far as I'm concerned, Disney's one of the bad actors in this whole situation. You know, they're the ones who do some of these bad things. And it's like, here we're going to have these cartoons back in the day.
What do you think of that?
Well, here's
all
the thing:
all the things going on
1950s.
with kids in that company. Why would you think that, Tom?
Listen to this, from the 1950s clear through the 1970s, they actually used adrenochrome. No. Adrenochrome was studied and it caused schizophrenia. So they actually were.
Yeah. They were at least making it to study it. So, I mean, how messed up is that?
Yeah. But they don't ever go into too much about how they make it, do they?
No, but it's not hard to find out.
No, it's not. I don't know. I'm just saying enough's enough. Quit being stupid. Wake the hell up. Things are out of balance. Things are out of balance. Now we know that these things exist. There's always going to be dark. There's always going to be light, but there's too much dark.
Yeah.
They're being too loud and they need to sit down.
They've got their people positioned perfectly to keep. They got the dogs, and they've got the cows pinned.
Well,
they got the wolves out there, or the sheep, if you want to call them sheep.
But sheep have been known to stampede.
Well, the same thing's going to happen where eventually it falls apart, and they try to take it all down. But then somebody's like, "We need a leader," and then you're going to have that one guy. I'll do it. And little do you know, it's the same fucking people.
You don't think it'll be like the Postman?
Like Waterworld?
Get the branded 8 on the side of the forearm there.
Yeah. That's I don't know.
That movie.
So what do we want to talk about next? I think we're done with the 13 families, don't you? I think we pretty much brought that full circle up to date to today.
Well, they ain't done with us.
They're not done with us, and I'm sure will continue. It'll fit in. But I was thinking, when I was a senior in high school, if you remember, I'm sure he did the same to you guys, even though you were a few years behind me.
The term papers.
Mr. Anderson required a senior thesis. Right? And I did mine on Satanism.
I didn't do one at all because he already failed me. So I was like, screw it.
Check this out, Michelle. You'll love this.
Uh-huh.
So, of course, being an American government, because it's a required course that you had to take there before you graduate.
Yes.
Taught by him. And there was another teacher that taught it, but I took Anderson just because you had Mr. Anderson and Mom had Mr. Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, it came up there, he's like, we got to do term paper, you got to do this thesis, and so we go up there and I hand in mine, and after he read mine, he's like, what is wrong with you and your sister? I'm like, what
was yours?
Serial killers and mass murder.
I love it.
And the thing is, I felt like the term paper I submitted, and I remember you talking about it, because I remember you and Mom down there. We had the duplex on 156th Street, and you were down there. I remember we were, you watching TV or something, and you would talk about music and satanic messages and stuff like that.
Right.
How they went after sticks for snowblind.
Oh, Ozzy! They were all up Ozzy's ass.
They were up Ozzy's ass, and everybody, and. But the thing is, it's like, I remember when this came up there, I'm like, oh, we're going to have to do a term paper for this on this class. And it's like, I'm going to do,
that's great.
Serial killers and mass murderers. And it was based around, I did it around Charles Manson.
Okay. Yeah.
The Zodiac.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think, what was the third one? I think it was Son of Sam.
Okay, possibly.
might have been Son of Sam.
Yeah.
Might have been. Well, I mean, I remember focusing on three different types of people.
Yeah.
Because the Zodiac was, I mean, he was the one that was real interesting out of the whole thing because he was out there, he's based out of San Francisco, and they never caught him ever. And he'd sit there and kill people, and then he'd write a message, and it would be like on some kind of like a coded message, and he'd send it into the police department on paper, and so they're sitting there trying to figure out what it is, and it basically would come down that he just, basically calling them all a joke and all this other stuff, and they can't catch him, and they never did.
Yeah.
Of course, we know about Charles Manson,
Right.
and the Manson family. And I want to say I think it was Son of Sam, but I know I had like Son of Sam and maybe Ted Bundy in there too.
Was there a George Getz?
George Getz, I don't think he was he wasn't a serial killer. I remember there was a Getz that killed some kids in the subway in New York, but he was
that guy with the screwdriver. He was getting attacked and he stabbed everybody with the screwdriver.
I want to say that was the case. He killed people with a weapon. And it was like down in the subway because they were going to jump him. There was more. He was like 3-on-1, and he ended up killing them.
Yeah, he killed him with a screwdriver.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like I remember I want to say I talked about Ted Bundy and Son of Sam. But I mean, I did talk about Charles Manson. I did talk about the Zodiac, and the thing is, I remember I asked Mom to buy me one time these scientific encyclopedias. So basically, it's encyclopedias about scientific stuff, And in one of those books, there was a big thing about serial killers. I mean, it was detailed. I was very surprised that I had something at my disposal.
Perfect.
And it was funny because when I told Dad what I was doing, Dad told me because he's a former detective. And he's like, "Oh, you should let me know. I would have gave you my term paper that I wrote, blah blah blah. You could reference it, on some things because he was, But no, it's just funny. I figured you'd get a hoot out of that.
I never knew that. That's funny.
Because he goes, I don't know what's wrong with you and your sister. And then he tells the class his sister did a term paper on occult and Satanism, and he's doing one on serial killers and mass murderers.
But no, let's look into that now. Isn't this Bohemian Grove?
Yeah.
Well, you ever heard of the Bohemian Grove?
No, I have. Let's talk about that. Isn't that
that's Alex Jones brought that out there. That's the cult of Moloch.
I'm pretty sure that's a testing ground where they initiate people into the thing, and if they don't like it, then they don't get to go forward.
Yeah.
Because it's like the lamest
I
one.
know people that I don't know if they consider themselves Satanists, but they work with those energies, and they're decent people. I mean, I feel like I don't know. I think we should talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
No.
Next week on the Mystic Podcast.
That and the
JC,
are
you a Satanist? Huh?
Not especially.
Are you a Satanist?
I don't feel like it right now.
Are you a Satanist or a Silkist?
I'm a Satanist chair.
Well, he did live in Linwood for a little bit.
What?
All right. That's what we'll do. Say goodbye, y'all.
Bye.
Goodbye, y'all.
Bye. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na.